Hey guys, this is a video on an introduction to coordinate proofs. Coordinate proofs is just a style of proof that uses coordinate geometry and algebra. And the first step of coordinate proofs is to position any given figure on a plane, on a coordinate plane using points. And you aren't always told where. So you want to be strategic in where you place these things. If you're asked to draw a right triangle, for instance, on a coordinate plane, it doesn't always tell you where, but a good rule of thumb is to stick the right angle right at 0, 0. That'll make things like this length here and this length here, and ultimately the hypotenuse, a lot easier to find. It doesn't only work with right triangles, it works with squares too. And there's two ways of sort of looking at it. You could do a rectangle where it's centered on the x-axis like this, and that gives you some information about these points. This idea being like, whatever distance this is away from 0, this is going to be that same distance. You could also do a rectangle just like you would do your triangle, where you put that one corner right at 0, 0 there. Okay, either will work. It just depends on what you're trying to prove and what works best for the proof. So it might take some playing around. You might starting to draw it one way and then switch to drawing it another way. So when you're writing the actual proof, you start off by drawing it and assigning those points. Okay, so the first step right away is you assign the point and you say, okay, the coordinates of blank are going to be 0, 0, and then you go from there. That's your first statement. It's the first thing you do is you assign those coordinates. Okay, so tonight for your homework, just make sure you're going through, and really what I want you focusing on is, how do I do this in a most strategic fashion? A lot of the time you're not going to be given a specific number or point, you're just going to be given a variable. Okay, so it's going to be up to you to define what that variable is equal to. So if it says, there's a right triangle and the right angle is at point M, N, you want to think strategically about what M and N are going to equal. And my suggestion is, for this situation, you make M and N equal to 0, 0. Okay, so that's basically the idea of coordinate proofs, is creating your own drawing and using the coordinate plane as a tool. And proving that, okay, if I know that I'm assigning this right angle at 0, 0, I know that this one leg is going to be M, with this, and this other point, let's say, is at X 0, and this other point is at 0, Y. Well, then I know this side is Y length, I know this side is X length, and I know that this side is X squared plus Y squared. Take the square root. Okay. All right, I hope that helps. Give this a try. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit different than things we've been doing. Try it out and practice. Keep practicing those proofs, guys, and we'll talk more about it when I get back.